So I just want to break the myth that apprenticeships are not just about young people. They're about people changing careers, changing jobs, or people re-entering the industry, having had a break for having children, etc. But we've got a range of stars on the stage here today. We have got we've got 5 apprentices who are all from Powys. All from Powys. And they'll tell you much more about themselves than I could ever possibly do. And then we've got myself, who I'm the Managing Director of Cambrian Training Company. They tried to educate me in Builth Wells, but I joined the army instead. And we've got Neath Talbot College represented, we've got Mid Wales Manufacturing Group represented, and we've got Myrac Training represented. And I have asked them, they're all going to speak about themselves, they're all going to tell you how they got to be what they are, what they currently do, what they enjoy about it. And they've also said, once they've done that, if anybody's got any questions from the floor, that we can, they're prepared to answer questions. So, do you want to start, please?
Hiya. My name is Nick Jones. I work for Myrac Training Services. We are a not-for-profit charity who deliver engineering apprenticeships. It's quite an exciting career at the moment. We've had maybe a lost generation of apprenticeships and apprentices that have had maybe over the years too bad a press, where we've all been encouraged to go through, I guess, sixth form, go to university in order to actually get a good career. Yes, you can get a good career like that, but also, importantly, you can get a great career by leaving school, for example, at the end of year 11, and actually working for companies, great local companies like these here, and actually gaining and working as an apprentice. And you can work your apprenticeship even through degree apprenticeships. It's a fantastic, viable alternative career, and one I would certainly recommend. So it's not just about going to university, there is a viable alternative to actually do apprenticeships in the place of work. If you want engineering apprenticeships, selling hat on, please speak to Myrac Training. Fantastic opportunities in engineering apprenticeships, level 2 and level 3.
Hi, my name's Kerry Stevens. I work for Mid Wales Manufacturing Group. We're a membership organisation of about 140 manufacturing and engineering companies throughout Mid Wales. And those companies have asked us to come to careers fairs like this, engage with young people like you, because they are desperate to invest in young people, provide them with fantastic opportunities in engineering, whether it could be software engineering, mechanical, electrical engineering. Those companies employ over 5,000 people in Powys, and there's a whole range of routes and careers that are available. Like I said, all types of engineering, but also purchasing, HR support, all sorts of things. And you'll be paid from day one, and these local companies will invest in your future.
Hi there, my name is Alec Thomas. I look after Pathways Training, which is the work-based learning part of MPTC Group of Colleges. Apprenticeships really interest me at the moment because we're sort of growing in the sector. At the moment we've got over 1,200 apprentices within South Wales and Mid Wales. We do cover a broad field as well of apprenticeships. We've got everything from pathology to engineering to agriculture, business admin, management. It's almost in every sector that you've got an opportunity to do an apprenticeship and progress your career. We do a lot where you can start off at level 2 and you can progress through to the level 3 A-level equivalents, through to the higher ups, the level 4s and 5s. We're also introducing within MPTC Group of Colleges the level 6 degree apprenticeships. So Nick is right, there's not just one route where you go down the university route to get your degree. Now there's the work-based learning apprenticeship route where you get just as well qualified, but earn money along the way as well. So it's a great time to be an apprentice.
Hello, my name is David Vaughan. I'm a local lad. I am born and bred in Builth. At the moment I attend NTPC colleges in Brecon, where I actually do a university course there. Talking about apprentices, you don't have to actually go to university to get a university course. Local college will do it for you. It's better. I know if you pay the same, but it's more one-on-one learning, and it's a great experience for myself. I'm a businessman. I started a quail business, small birds, little eggs, very expensive if you ever do see them in a shop. Like yourself, I couldn't be taught. I was terrible. I hated school. I'm not really good at reading and writing. So I started my own business. Now I'm my own boss. Throughout high school, I was selling, and I did well, and well, it's brought me to here where I am today. Yes, thank you.
And it's really great to see a young entrepreneur, you know, with a smile on his face. Yeah, very expensive birds,
Yes.
but they need a lot of care, and they're a nightmare to create a soft-boiled egg from.
Oh, terrible, absolutely terrible.
Hiya, I'm Kirsty. I'm a telephone engineer and I work for Openreach. So what I do is I'm a customer service engineer. So we're the frontline people. We're the ones that actually go out and we fix your broadband, we fix your internet. The difference in my apprenticeship compared to most others, it was only a year long and it starts off on a different wage compared to many others, and it's really good and I recommend it to a lot of people. And I started when I was 19. I didn't come from school to do this. I did get into university, but decided I didn't want to go. So I did travelling and all that, and then I decided, right, I want to do an apprenticeship, and that's when I found BT. And at the time they were BT, but now they're Openreach. And yeah, so it's only a year long. After that, I'm a fully qualified engineer, and there's so many different routes that I can go down now. So I can go down fibre, I can go down any other route that BT offers, and yeah.
Can I just ask a couple of questions in terms of the, obviously, the young gentleman next to you, being an entrepreneur, he's never sure how much money he's going to get paid every month or every week, and I would imagine it's seasonal. But can you just share with us in terms of sort of a starting salary as an apprentice with Openreach?
The starting salary that I started on was 17 grand, and after a year it goes up to 20. So
can I just repeat that? Starting salary, apprentice, Openreach, £17,000 a year, and after 12 months, if you're successful, it goes to £20,000 a year. That's not a bad start in a career, is it?
Good afternoon, my name's Sam Richards. I'm part of NIDEC Control Techniques, based in Newtown. I'm part of the quality department. I found very valuable, as Arwyn spoke about before. As much as apprentices have been deemed as a young approach after school, I'm 25, I've been with the business for 7 to 8 years now, and I found that I wanted to build what I had onto another pathway through the business, and through that I could do that through the apprenticeship schemes by not having the qualifications that I did from leaving school. So the apprenticeships helped me get that ground to work on that and build on that, and continue my path in NIDEC as a quality apprentice, and hopefully get my engineering skills, which will help me build on later on. Thank you.
So you joined prior to you, or you did, how did you join the business? In terms of in the first instance, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Yeah, when I first joined the business, I was just a production operator, and I moved through and went down the lines of being the area supervisor, and thought that for the time that I've been there, I've done what I could for the area, and wanted to excel in more and learn more about the business and in terms of what we do and in growth, and learn on different ways how we can support different areas to hopefully grow it in the way that I did in the areas that I first started.
So by undertaking an apprenticeship program, in the job that you currently are in, or in the business that you're currently in, that's enabled you to be promoted and earn more money. And
yeah, in a sense, it's made me earn more money, but it's not just about that. It's learning more about what I can do and how I can help the business, and how it's helping me as well grow as a person and with other individuals that they're helping it with.
So by having a commitment from the company in terms of having an apprenticeship opportunity, has that changed the dynamics of other people within the business? Have you seen it change the culture there by?
Oh, absolutely. At first it was not known about what we do. Our training department is very good at branding that out and communicating that throughout the site and externally as well as internally. So we're getting a lot of focus of that, and we have got an open day on the 3rd of April regarding apprenticeship schemes at NIDEC Control Techniques.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Now, young man.
My name is Josh Lewis and I'm an apprentice in Paris ICT. My name is Josh Lewis and I'm an apprentice from Paris ICT. I'm based in County Hall in Andod and I'm on the service desk. I basically answer calls and people that are employed within Paris ring up and say they've got an issue. I either fix it there and then or I log it. But yeah.
So I think you only started your apprenticeship program when?
On October.
October last year.
Yeah.
So, and how long is the program?
My apprenticeship is 2 years.
So you're on a 2-year program in the local authority.
Yeah.
Quite daunting, I would think, because there's every time I go to Llandrindod Wells, there seems to be a lot of staff and no car parking spaces generally.
Yeah, I left from sixth form and went straight there. From sixth form. It's good.
So you left sixth form, applied for an apprenticeship,
That's it, yeah.
Powys County Council. So that's your first job?
Yeah,
Your first pay packet?
pretty much, yeah.
So how was Christmas? Good?
It's good, yeah.
How was Mad Friday?
Yeah.
All right?
It's alright, yeah.
Yeah. Where? Bilf or Landon?
Bill.
In Bilf.
Yeah.
That's normally a good night from what I can gather.
Yeah.
Right, this young man from Raider.
Hiya, I'm Ethan Johnston from Bilf and I work at Compact Auto Gears in Raider. I'm a second-year apprentice and I work with a mentor on site in the fitting shop to manufacture gearboxes, test them and just help out with everyday work. I left school at 16 just after my GCSEs and I wasn't really sure what I needed to do. I got told that an apprenticeship was a good line to go down and I'm glad I did it. I'm getting good learning on the job and it's very practical at the same time.
So who advised you that apprenticeships was a good thing?
My parents and my sister's boyfriend both told me they were a good line to go down.
Brilliant. They're a rarity, to be honest. Invariably, most people at the age of 16 are encouraged to stay on in school, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I think people should be very aware of all the opportunities that are available. There are 5 businesses here that clearly have a demand for apprentices from Powys, and we have to applaud you, firstly, for staying in Powys and committing to working in Powys, because you'll know that amount of peer pressure that you're under from your colleagues, etc., who tend to go to university and then they never come back. And that's a great loss to our community. Is there anything that you want to add over there at all in terms of Kerry, Nick?
It's just so encouraging to hear the 5-year talk, first of all, so confidently. So credit to you all. You've all had different experiences where you've come from. Your journeys have been so different. And that's the beauty with apprenticeships. You can literally pick your path, whichever route you want to go. And that's what I find so refreshing. So credit to the 5 of you, very well done. But keep going. Okay, get your level 2, get your level 3. It will take you beyond that. Get a level 4 apprenticeship. You can, if you so wish, get your degree apprenticeship in the end. And okay, ultimately that might take you 12 months, maybe 2 years longer than a traditional degree route. However, the benefit is that you're being paid. You've got far greater experience by working in the place of work. You're building up your confidence by working with work colleagues, with the customer. I think it's a great thing. So keep it up and well done. Keep going.
Kerry, you represent a significant number of employers, I know predominantly in the engineering stroke manufacturing sector across Mid Wales, but what's the number one thing that your employers are crying out for?
Young people that they can train. Their skills and recruitment are the two issues that are repeated back to me on a daily basis. We've done a lot of work with training providers like yourselves and Myrick, a lot of work with NPTC Group. We're involved with the Regional Learning and Skills Partnership, and all that is about getting people working together, talking to each other, looking at how skills are evolving and ensuring that training provision suits the needs and demands of businesses, so that when they can bring young people in, that the training is there to see those into the future, really. So it's meeting demand. So it's fantastic to see these young people here. And all these companies on this stage are offering apprenticeship and training opportunities for next year and hopefully in future years as well. So if people are looking for opportunities, get in contact with these companies here.
Just one question. Do you think that we're making it visible enough? Do you think that we're making it, do you think that parents are seeing these opportunities? Do you think the next generation is seeing, you know, are your employers, firstly, are they being allowed into schools to have a conversation in the first instance? Are we making it, you know, are we putting it right out there? Do you know what? These jobs exist, they create career opportunities, they pay well.
I think it's been very difficult in previous years to engage with schools. I think there's been a definite misunderstanding of the opportunities that are available for our young people. However, I think a lot of things are changing. We've done a lot of work with Welshpool High School, Newtown, Llanfairpwllgwyngyllyn, Llanfairpwllgwyngyllyn. You know, things are changing, and also companies are becoming much more aware of having to open themselves up to provide open evenings for parents and young people, so that they can go in and see what jobs that they would be doing, talk to past apprentices, talk to the employees, and see what sort of work environment it is. So companies are really pushing themselves out there as well to try and attract those young, talented people. And we all have to do more of that, really. We really have to push the whole economy of Mid Wales, really, and how good our companies are and the opportunities that we've got, and let people know about it.
And you're obviously in slightly a different situation, because you've got other challenges within your own institution as well as trying to fulfil, you know, the apprenticeship stuff. But you've got a perfect opportunity as well to see some clear progression routes from further education, stepping stone into the world of work and onto apprentices. So,
as a college, what we try and do is offer work experience throughout the full-time courses, particularly in engineering in certain parts of Wales. We've sort of introduced the 5-week work experience, and we'll line those full-time learners up with employers and hopefully progress then onto apprenticeships from there. So they come to the end of the 2-year course and they go straight onto an apprenticeship. The last time we ran it last year, we actually had a waiting list of employers. We had more employers than we had learners, so everyone who wanted it had an opportunity to go on to an apprenticeship. Going back to the skills gap as well, it's not just certain sectors. I think every sector has experienced some form of skills gap. And what we're seeing is a demand as well for employers wanting to nurture their own talent. The apprenticeship program seems to match that, because they're having that perhaps 1 or 2 days per week off the job for the training, but then the rest of the time they're in the workplace and they've been able to be moulded into what that employer wants. So at the end of your course, not only are you qualified the same as perhaps you would be out of university, you're also that individual that an employer needs and wants, and you've got the skills that they want as well. I know someone mentioned salaries earlier on. There's some good salaries to start. We've had some employers in certain areas offering up to 21,000 for a level 2 customer service apprenticeship, which we never thought we'd see. And that reason is because they had to match people doing the same job. So they're quite highly paid apprenticeships that are available as well. And I think it is something now that with the skills gaps, there's a lot of aging populations in certain sectors. It's a time now for people to take the opportunity of apprenticeships while they're available and get their foot in the door with the employer and get a qualification as well.
Yeah, no, brilliant, thank you. And for those of, there's a lot of engineering, manufacturing talked about, but I'm going to just speak a little bit about my industry. So, I suppose firstly I'd ask the other people on, and the people in the audience, how many of you lot started out as an apprentice? So there's 2 of us. But I was, just to give you an example, I was in a meeting, I was in a strategy meeting with the government on Monday, with the UK government, about the tourism strategy for the United Kingdom. And out of that meeting came an announcement that 250 billion is going to be invested in the southeast of Wales in the next 3 years in the tourism industry, creating 1,000 jobs. And obviously there's stuff going on here in Mid Wales, there's stuff going on in West Wales, and there's stuff going on in North Wales. You'll never hear the headlines about the tourism industry is creating 1,000 jobs in Wales. But let me tell you, if that was an engineering company, it would be all over the front page of the news. But £250 billion of private sector investment is happening in our sector in Wales in the next 3 years. We currently have 2,500 apprentices on programme across Wales. And I could honestly offer up I could double that in terms of the demand from employers if the people were there. The things that are stopping businesses grow is not that they haven't got the money, or they haven't got the resources, or they haven't got the equipment, or they haven't got the infrastructure. What's stopping businesses grow in Powys is we haven't got enough people. 10 years ago it was a skill shortage, now it's a people shortage. And that's across all sectors. So we seriously need to do something about it. Anyway, can you give these guys a big round of applause, please? Thank you very much. And these really should be, part of our ambassadors, and we should actually use these to speak to see if we can work with you more to actually help us, to help the future generation in Powys. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr iawn.